giving you an opportunity to get the full story from the people who tell it best. This is Mediacom Newsleaders.
Hi, I'm James Mauser, and you're invited to be part of a big river cleanup that's happening in October. Yes, the Missouri River does need to be cleaned up every so often, and my guest over here has more information about it. This is Kevin Tosie. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Good to see you. Welcome. Operations Manager for Missouri River Relief. Did I say it right, Tosie?
Yes.
Good. Okay, thanks. Just making sure.
Yeah.
But that's true, isn't it? I mean, every so often the river does have to be cleaned up. You know,
Right.
A lot of us take it for granted. We drive over the bridges and we say, oh, look at that beautiful river. But there's areas that just really...
Yeah, there's, especially with kind of the recent high water events, things will rise, it'll bring the trash, it'll slowly fall, and that trash kind of gets deposited on the banks, and that's kind of where we come in.
And we've had a lot of high water this month, haven't we?
Yeah, and there's actually kind of another couple of waves coming, so it'll be an interesting fall.
So my next question was going to be, do you have these river cleanups set at times throughout the year at the same time? But I guess it depends on what's going on, right?
Yeah, we do try to keep the same general weekends for whether we're in the eastern, central, or western Missouri. But yeah, things have been in flux a lot lately, so we've had some rescheduling earlier this spring, and we're kind of just going to see what happens.
How many people do you expect to come, or how many people can be part of this?
Yeah, so we kind of capped registration at around 225 people, but after everything's kind of said and done, we're going to expect probably around 250 people at this cleanup.
Okay, which is Saturday, October the 19th?
Yes.
And where will that be?
So this will be at Wilson Serenity Point. This is the boat ramp in Jefferson City. It's also known as Norrin Access.
Wilson's what?
Wilson Serenity Point.
Serenity Point, never heard of it.
Yeah, you'll kind of get off on the airport exit right before you go over the bridge in Jefferson City. And then you'll just kind of follow the signs and we'll be down there.
Okay, you'll meet there.
Yes.
And then where do you go?
So all the volunteers will meet that morning and we'll kind of get you set up with life jackets, water bottles, gloves, everything you'll need. And then we will put everybody on boats. We have boats of our own and Fisheries and Wildlife Service. And the Missouri Department of Conservation will be there as well. And we'll ferry all these volunteers to locations along the Missouri River. And they'll work for a couple hours before we bring them back to the boat ramp. And we'll have free lunch. We'll also have live music and a trash contest.
For some reason, I was thinking everybody would go to one location. That was so bad. It took all these people to, but that's not the way.
Sometimes we find sites like that, though, where we'll have to send, 30, 40 people to just one site.
That's incredible.
There's these little trash pockets that will happen depending on how the water flows at which river level, and we kind of call them trash traps, is what we've coined that term.
But that won't be the way it is on this day. Again, you've got people going out in different boats to different locations.
Right. We'll have a whole fleet of boats. We'll make sure every volunteer that's registered on our website will be able to get out on the river that day.
Okay. This goes on from what time to what time?
So the cleanup will start at 9 a.m. And you'll be back at the boat ramp around 12:30 at the latest. But we encourage people to stay for the food and the live music, and we'll do recycling afterwards as well.
And I guess the items that people are going to be finding and picking up, it's a wide variety of things there, aren't there?
And there's really no saying what we're going to find after all the high water events this year. But
what is one of the most common?
One of the most common, plastic bottles is by far the most common, but one of the more interesting but still kind of common are the fluorescent light bulbs. You would think they would break so easily, but I find so many of them.
Fluorescent light bulbs?
Yeah, just light bulbs that survive somehow.
That's odd, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Saturday, October 19th, but you also wanted to mention the Race to the Dome.
Yeah.
That's happening again.
Right. So this is our 10th annual Race to the Dome.
That's great.
It's a benefit for Missouri River Relief. All proceeds go to our nonprofit. And we have a lot of really neat kind of different categories. We have tandem, mixed tandem, adult and kid. But regardless, we have kind of two different race starts. One will be from the Hartsburg access to the Jefferson City boat ramp, and we'll have one at Providence access to the Jefferson City boat ramp. So we kind of have two different distances depending on what you're comfortable with. But it's a lot of fun.
Providence, we talked about this earlier, 27.6 miles.
27.6 river miles.
Hartsburg is 15.8.
Right. Yep.
Do you need to bring a boat, or do you get a boat?
You do need to bring your own boat. But other than that, we will have safety boats out there. We'll be watching and make sure everybody's safe and doing well.
Is this a rain or shine kind of day?
Rain or shine kind of day, yep.
No matter how the river's acting?
Well, we won't do it in flood stage. Anything technical flood stage, which we consider minor or higher on the Jefferson City gauge.
Okay. Otherwise, it's going to happen
We'll be
on
there.
Saturday, October the 5th. What time does that start?
I believe the race starts, it's in heat divisions. I think we have a 9 a.m. race start, but make sure to check out Race to the Dome to kind of make sure on that.
Okay. And again, the Jefferson City, Missouri River Cleanup, Saturday, October 19th. Riverrelief.org for more information.
Yes, and sign up as well.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Thank you so much. See you down the road.
Exactly, thank you.